The Lady's Rock by John Campbell. A brother's eye had seen with grief what Dart's lady bore. His boat with sail half raised flies down, with sound by Queen Lismore. Ahaladah, Ahaladah, why speeds your boat so fast? No scene of joy shall light your track, adown with spray's true blast. The very trees upon the isle rock to and fro and wail. The very birds cry sad and shrill, storm-driven where you sail. And when for yonder mainland shore you launched your keel to start, you knew not of a loud twill beer, then heave aloud your heart. See what it is wet, with yonder gleams, where skarts alone make home. Is wet but one oft-breaking sea, some frequent fount of foam. The morn is dark and indistinct, is all through drift and cloud, around a rock white waters toss, as flaps in wind a shroud. It cannot be a leaping jet, nor from or rock or wave, where stands some being saved by God, and mercy from the grave. Down with a sail or oars, the boat can reach when leftward side. Mother of heaven, look you, man, where breaks the roaring tide. A living woman do I dream, or stands my sister where only at the middle ebb the shelving ledge is bare. A white as surf it sweeps her knee, she falls, but not to die. Ahaladah is at her side, he bears her up on high. Away from Duart now he steers, while curses he his lord. Why flee the inborn strength, as 40 feared his sword? Proud Jim's notes were often heard, where Error's waters sing, and mourners there have often wept, the slain for faith and king. Whenever would that lady's lips where speak grievous woe, folk in the chamber in the night, her frequent tears would flow. She dreamed of wrong where love was sought, of craft cruel eyes, of one-step stare of grasping hands, that stifled piteous cries, of wind which tore the hissing waves and howled over mountains bare, where swollen burns and heathered clouds were dashed into the air, of one wet rock of horror riot when she was left alone, till madness seemed to whelm her thought, and with a sudden moan again she heard the surge rush, and where the shrinking turned, the seaweed there, like woman's hair, the murderous billows spurned. Again the night and wind were joined, the mock her hope of aid, till shrinking she awoke, where once she slept a happy maid. But none would she accuse and dumb, rebuking the Vanagon's call, till one dark eve of supper time, within the old dim hall, she heard some whisper, and she saw a brother leave his place, go forth, and entering, picking out a band with stern, stead face. Again he come and over her bend and whispered, "Sister dear, let fall your wail about your head. Tremble when you hear that Duart comes in mourner's guise. Know where he takes his seat, chief tell us where your mind is set, when friends and kinsmen meet. My rose I've draped, my wife lies dead, but yester-week these hands closed to sweet eyes, and now I bring a body to your lands." And was thus drawn aside, and girt with wake like deers. Beneath the archer's curved ward was borne a white cross bier. And Duart rose, his shifting eye moved like a marsh fire pale, but circling back, still restless scanned the lady of the wail. And through the silent brook a voice, "Know you that lady, chief? She too, a guest with us like you, will know the pangs of grief. We come from far, bring me." To each ruddy goblet passed. The lady raised her hand, and back the heavy veil she cast. Strong Duart reels as from a stroke, he starred as at the dead. How could her glance over the dark face such deathly pallor spread? "Your place out, accursed friend," Ahaladah cried loud. "Your death shall be no phantom fates, no empty mask your shroud. If hospitality's high law shields your life awhile, by all the saints you yet shall feel the vengeance of Argyle." And Edinburgh's Duart's lord strides down the shadowed town. A white moon glints and roofs overhead, and on St. Gillen's crown. Another step is on the street, where watchmen hear nor cry, but drenched in blood lies Duart, where Ahaladah passed by.